Hey guys, this is James with Hamilton Bait and Tackle. I'm here for a Tech Tip Tuesday, and today we are talking about drop shotting. I know it's talked about a lot, and a lot of people don't know quite the right setup or something that would get them started. So we're going to cover a couple different things here. So we're out here on Lake St. Clair, and you're always going to hear people talk about a drop shot, and a drop shot is key out here on St. Clair. It's a big tool to catch fish. So my setup that I use, I'm using a 7'2" medium heavy favorite jackhammer. It's a medium heavy, however this blank is a narrower blank, so this rod loads way deeper into the rod. What that's going to do is allow you to actually fight a fish. It's going to load up right. It's going to act like a medium, not like a medium heavy. So that's one of the reasons I use this rod. Reel wise, I'm using a 3000 series Abu Garcia MG Extreme. The reason I'm using a 3000 series with a shallow spool, it's a bigger spool, line can come off a little bit better. I can make longer pitches, longer casts at fish. I have a little bit more control. The drag on these reels is amazing. I mean, startup is pretty effortless. These reels are a big reason why I've been getting more fish in the boat lately than I have before. Drag is going to be key on this because you're throwing this on either 8-pound fluoro or 6-pound fluoro with a main braid. This braid is 10-pound. It's a vicious no fade braid. Whatever brand you choose, that's fine. But like I said, I would probably go 10 here on the braid, 6 or 8. You can go as high as 10 if you're around rocks, but the smaller the line, the better. The bait has a better action, and it's gonna work better in the water. So we'll go ahead and rig up a drop shot here real quick, and I'll show you how to do this. All right, so I've got my line pinched here in my teeth just to talk about the hook. So when you're throwing a bait, the key bait out here on St. Clair is going to be anything Elastec, like a Z2, a Z-Man scented jerk shad is a really good one. The key reason is it floats. It's got a lot of salt in it, and it's a really good bait. It imitates a lot of the bait fish that are here. Some guys throw a full size. I like to throw the baby Z2 on a drop shot. Just seems to get more bites, and you do get those big fish as well. So hook wise, if I'm not nose hooking it, I'm gonna run something like this. This is a Hayabusa. This is their, it's actually a 1/0 like light wire flipping hook. What it has this little keeper right here, and it actually keeps your bait on the hook. So when this goes on there, it's gonna go on there and it's gonna look like this. So your hook is exposed, it's in the back, and your bait's gonna sit there like this. It's gonna stop your bait from getting tore off, getting flung off the hook, getting pulled down. Just lets you keep it on there a little bit longer. All right, so there's two really main knots that people are gonna tell you to use on a drop shot. The first one's a Palomar. Palomar works really well. The other one is a knot that actually Aaron Martin's talked about throwing, and there's a reason why. So I'm gonna show you guys, you can look up how to tie a Palomar knot, that's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to tie the knot that Aaron Martin's talked about, and why I like this knot. So you're gonna take your line, and you're gonna bring your hook side up, or point up towards your rod tip. Your tag end's gonna be on the bottom, and you're gonna take this line and you're gonna make a loop, and you're gonna pull it through that loop 3 times. So you go through the loop, two, 3. Wet it, cinch it down. The reason I like this knot is because when you cinch it down, your line isn't pulling through the eye, so it's not getting rubbed on. Secondly, your hook is going to stay flat, which is key in this presentation. So you're gonna take this, we're gonna thread our bait onto it real quick. One of the things I like to do on the Z2 is stretch it out a little bit, get some of the salt out of it, get it to the surface of the bait. Pull it up over that keeper. There you go. As far as weights go, we're fishing in like 17 foot of water. I'm gonna throw a 3/8 or a half depending on what I want the bait to do. If I want the bait to fall a little bit faster, I'm gonna throw a half. If I want it to fall pretty slow, controlled, then I'm gonna throw a 3/8. Some guys will throw a quarter. I like going a little bit heavier. Gives the bait a little bit more of an aggressive fall, and you get more fish that actually follow after it and latch on as soon as it hits bottom. This guy right here is a cylinder weight. You're gonna see a couple different versions of drop shot weights. This has a little pinch on here. The eyelet looks kind of weird. That's just to grab onto your line. You're not gonna even tie it on. You're just gonna pull it up in there till it pinches down. It's not going anywhere. Cylinders are really good for fishing around vegetation. Out here in St. Clair, there's a lot of weed growth. You do have some rock, but it's primarily grass. This is gonna be the weight you wanna throw. If you want to be around rock or throw around rock, you're gonna wanna throw a teardrop or a cannonball weight. I like to throw tungsten. You can throw lead until you get a feel for the bait and how you should work it and what kind of structure you're on. I recommend throwing lead. It's more cost effective. And as you go through your setup and getting everything dialed in, when you're breaking off weights, you're gonna break off hooks. It's part of the process. I do it all the time. You're gonna lose them on grass, rocks, boulders, whatever, structure. But essentially, if you wanna come to St. Clair, this is what you need right here to come catch them. Little baby Z2. I've got it rigged where the hook point's coming through the back of the bait. It's exposed. I've got about a 18 to 20 inch drop. And what's gonna happen is this bait's going to actually sit on bottom, or the weight is, and this bait's actually going to float because it is a material that is more buoyant than the water. So easy setup, really super easy. All you're gonna do is drag this thing around. You don't gotta overwork it. I see a lot of guys work the crap out of them, and it is not necessary. I've caught more fish dragging this thing and on the pause from drag than any other way I've caught fish. Come on up to St. Clair, come catch you guys some smallmouth, tie on a drop shot. You can get everything here through Hamilton Bait and Tackle. I promise you're gonna have a good time.